Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Lisa Espinosa, spiritual career coach, author, host of the podcast Soul Studio for Your Career. I'm so excited to be here with you today on day 6 of the Priestess Novena. So welcome back all of you who've been with me on this journey from day 1, and meaning day 1 of this novena. And some of you have done the other novenas with me, so welcome. And if this is your first time connecting with me, if you're just happen to be watching this on day 6, just go ahead and watch it, receive the teachings, receive the blessings. And if you're guided to, go back and watch the other days, right? So the focus of my work, of everything I do, is to help others connect with their soul's guidance so that they can be led from that space to share their medicine through their career, through their life. Everything I do is about that. And why is because your soul is the wise teacher within. Your soul knows exactly what you came here to do. Your soul knows what your message is, what your ministry is. Not to, I know that word can sound churchy, but just kind of like what your leadership is. And this practice of the Priestess Novena comes from my book that I'm currently writing, Birthing the Priestess Within. And this novena, the specific theme is liberating your fearless inner child. And if you've been walking with me through these 6 days, today's day 6, you understand how both precious and tender and strong and powerful this work of liberating your inner child is. And I've been inviting all of you to create an inner child altar. So it could be a windowsill, it could be bigger, whatever you do, where you take a picture of yourself as a child and you put it on this space, and maybe you put some crystals, maybe you light a candle. You decide, your soul will guide you, as a way to have an external representation of the healing that's happening inside. And it's not just a representation. When you create an altar, it is a portal of healing. I'll talk more about altars in another teaching, but thank you, Cindy. Welcome, Cindy, and welcome, Sharon. So we're going to go ahead and open up our circle. Today on day 6, we're talking specifically about our throat chakra. Good morning, Leticia. About that throat temple of communication that is so important as you go forth and share your message. But notice how every day has been building on each other. Our chakra temples are not solitary. They're not independent of each other. They're in this beautiful interdependent relationship. So, hey Jill, so if you know that, I definitely have some throat chakra balancing that I need, that doesn't necessarily mean that that is where you will begin. However, in this journey, we've been going through all the temples. So if you're here watching this now, or you're watching the replay, trust that this is exactly where you're meant to go now. So let's go ahead and take some nice cleansing breaths. And let's do our mudra of presence as we bring our arms down, as we say, I am present, I am here. And let's do that 2 more times. I am present, I am here. And again. I am present, I am here. And let's visualize beautiful light infusing our pelvis, our hips, our knees, our ankles and feet. And see those beautiful roots of light going down your legs and out the bottoms of your feet, deep into the earth. Releasing anything that's unnecessary. Releasing anything that can get in the way of you receiving healing today. Hello, Annette, welcome. And as that happens, allowing your roots to connect with your earth star chakra, right? That beautiful star in the earth. Feeding yourself with this energy of pacing, of stamina, of efficiency, of quantum steps forward. None of that is about hustling and rushing through your day. That's not what this is about. And at the same time, it is absolutely about creating at a level that perhaps you're not used to, right? That you can look and be like, how is it that I'm creating all of this? And yet I'm not speeding up. right? That whole teaching of slowing down to speed up. When you do that connection with your roots and connected to the star of the earth, that is your earth star chakra, you start to align with the wisdom of the earth, with pacing, with efficiency, with all of those things that I named. So as we do that, now we connect all of our roots with each other. Those of you who are here live, those of you who are watching the replay, we connect all of our roots to create a beautiful container of empowerment, right? This isn't about rescuing each other. This is this beautiful container of empowerment. So we get to benefit from everybody's medicine in this container so that you can receive more and release more. So breathing all of that beautiful energy, let it move up your feet, to your knees, to your hips, up your back, cascading up through your crown, down to your heart center. As we welcome all of your beautiful guardian angels, your teachers in spirit, all of your divine ascended master mentors, and invite them, that spiritual team of support, all based in unconditional love. So there's nothing else welcome here. You know, this is all open to the spiritual help of unconditional love. So see yourself encircled in this beautiful bubble of unconditional love. And then we see our whole circle, all of us here watching live, all of you watching the replay whenever you watch it, that we are all surrounded, our group, our container is surrounded by a beautiful golden magenta light of grace and miracles and transmutation and beautiful healing for all of our inner children. And of course, we welcome the light of the divine, of spirit, of God, of goddess, of the great mystery to bless this gathering. And trusting that if you're here, you're exactly where you're meant to be. And we bring the palms of our hands together as we bow to each other in our own heart, and we begin with a namaste. Namaste, everyone. So today we're talking about the throat chakra temple, right? And about your inner child. This whole 9-day journey, right, is about liberating your fearless inner child. And what's so interesting about that journey of liberating your fearless inner child, what my teacher Kyra calls our phoenix child, is that it seems like a paradox that we're liberating the fearless inner child, and part of that journey is that we are absolutely connecting with our inner child that has fear. That's part of the journey. So it isn't about dismissing or exiling. It's really about welcoming into this space your beautiful inner child. And today I invite you to welcome, hello Jillian, I invite you to welcome your inner child that is specifically connected to your ability to speak your truth, to share your message, to step into your beautiful teacher role. And that isn't to say that you haven't done that already. If you're here watching this, I know that you already are a leader or a teacher. You already have a message that you've been sharing with the world. But this is about stepping into that next level. Because, as we know, the world is going through a lot. The world, our country, our cities, wherever it is you are located. I'm here in beautiful Chicago, and there's a lot unfolding. So we are needed more than ever to be so clear in our communication, so loving in our communication, so fierce when it is needed as well. So this isn't about passive, being passive or being, super sweet all the time. I mean, it's whatever is needed. Now, this isn't, and please understand, I'm not talking about, sometimes these teachings of speaking your truth get confused, where people can be very rude or share their what they believe is their truth in a way that isn't bringing people together, or isn't opening hearts, or isn't creating awakenings. And it's okay if it triggers people, because sometimes that's what our words are meant to do. So, but sometimes in the like, well, I'm just speaking my truth, and that like kind of vomiting out of words, that's not what this is about. This is about aligning with your soul and remembering that your inner child, and I've been talking about my 5-year-old, right? My 5-year-old is the one who is very present during this 9-day novena. Of course, all novenas are 9 days during this fearless, liberating your fearless inner child. And if you know children, you know that before they experience any wounding or any message that they're not supposed to speak their truth, children are very honest. I mean, babies are very honest, right? Children are very honest. They know the truth. They speak it with such innocence and clarity. There's no confusion. And that's what we're connecting with, the wisdom of our inner child, the purity and innocence of our inner child, the power of our inner child. So the question for today is, what inner child wound are you still holding, all of us, not just you, right? Me, all of us, holding that is ready to be healed? And perhaps it's something you've already healed, but it's another layer. Or perhaps it's something that you thought was healed, or you've kind of pushed to the side, right? We all do that. And that your soul brings up today as like, okay, this is another layer that is needed to be released, that needs love, so that your beautiful throat chakra can open its petals and radiate as it's supposed to. So that you can share your message. I've done a lot of teachings, Facebook Lives and others, about what is your message? What are you here to teach? About the truth that we're here to teach what we came here to learn, right? And this continues as we step into the last 3 months of 2020, and it'll continue for this decade. As our planet goes through this journey of ascension, a lot of breakdown happens before the breakthrough. And we signed up for these times, as challenging as they may seem. And we signed up not to be a spectator, not to be kind of burying our head in the sand, not to be hiding our light, but to really be at the forefront of sharing our medicine, not from a place of arrogance, not from a place of narcissism. The world has enough of that. But from this place of vulnerable leadership. And you better believe that our inner child has a lot to say about that. If we do not take the time to connect with our lovely, beautiful, wise inner child, not only to love her, but receive her love for us, not only to teach her, but receive her teachings. And I keep saying her, but obviously our inner children are male, female, no gender, androgynous. I mean, it's whatever gender resonates with you as you connect with your inner child. But we're receiving teachings from our inner child as well. And we're receiving energy and activations and all sorts of magical, miraculous medicine from our inner child that we need as we step forward into more leadership. As we step forward as we keep saying yes to the marching orders of the divine, right? As the divine spirit, creator, creatrix, whatever name you use, keep saying, okay, Annette, okay, Leticia, okay, Jillian, Cindy, Jill, like this is your next step. This is the way you're meant to teach next. This is the message. This is the vulnerable story you're meant to share. This is the modality you are meant to teach. Or this is the tweak that you're meant to do into your teaching classes that makes you feel very vulnerable. Leading always makes us feel vulnerable. It's going to be, if we're committed to this, that's always going to be part of it. So as we continue to say yes, our inner child is going to continue to need our attention, to know that we are here with her. And in fact, at some point, your ability to keep moving forward in authentic leadership is stifled if you don't do this work. So I was preparing, for this just a few minutes before we started, and I have my little 5-year-old there, picture of her. And she was like, get the, she guided me to get my little blue lotus. And I was like, oh, this is such a perfect visual, right? So let's kind of visualize. If you visualize your throat chakra, right? It's very like blue, right? This lotus flower radiating out. So this, I'd never realized this till my inner child told me to look at this. How when we hold it this way, it's such a beautiful representation of the throat chakra temple, right? So we have the front, here you go, and then the back of the chakra that's towards the back of the spine, right? And again, as I've said every day, this isn't like an energy healing training or anything like that. So I'm just giving you like a little piece of this, enough for this healing to happen. So what we do in the inner journeys that I've been leading you through every day is we're traveling to our chakra temple, specifically from the perspective of our inner child, to heal specifically whatever block, burden, whatever place is overly protected that your soul is saying, it's time, you can open that. And this is representing a beautiful kind of fully open throat chakra. And actually, when that happens, when we're teaching, when we're sharing our message, whether it's in a forum like this or you're at a grocery store talking to someone, or even if you're silent, even when you're silent, your throat chakra can be open and activated and sharing through the heart waves beautiful messages and medicine. So this is actually radiating even more, like, oh, just kind of visualize these petals, right? This light radiating out. And we're going to connect with this blue lotus in your throat center as we go within. And then we will follow that by our 9 minutes of stillness. So wherever you are, I invite you to, once again, just take some nice cleansing breaths. And see yourself standing on that beautiful golden path. This is a golden path. Visualize the most beautiful path. And I know some of you have been doing this meditation with me for a long time, so you're probably already there. You're really familiar, like, oh yeah, this is my golden path. And this is the path that represents your highest path in 2020. That represents the path that will bring you the most blessings and the world the most blessings. It's not either or. It's not either I'm blessed or the world is blessed by me. It is both. That is what we're birthing here. We've had enough martyrdom, enough rescuing of others. This is, I bless you, and as I bless you, I'm blessed. That's what this is. So you're standing on this golden path. See yourself standing there on that golden path. Notice how broad it is. So notice, like, wow, for some of you, it might feel like my path is really wide. Maybe for some of you, it feels very narrow still. Maybe you're just starting on this path and it feels like, wow, my path feels really narrow right now. It feels like I can get off of it really easily. And we all go through moments like that in our journey. There isn't anything to be ashamed of. It's just part of the journey, where we're being guided to be so present, so aligned, so intentional, because we're actually going through a big inner healing. And it can feel like our path is this narrow and like everything else is so much bigger. So wherever you are, please don't judge it. It isn't like, ooh, my path is so wide, I'm great. And my path is narrow, I'm a bad person. No, it's just like, it's wherever you are in the journey. But you are on this golden path, and welcome your beautiful soul to step with you, to be on this path with you. And of course, you know that your soul's always with you, but our human brain, our ego can forget. There's something that is so powerful that happens when we intentionally say, beautiful soul, I welcome you. Thank you for being here with me. So see your soul with you. Maybe she looks just like you. Maybe it's a being of light. Whatever, however your soul shows up today is perfect. And now welcome your beautiful inner child. So just say, I welcome my inner child that's helping me clear and heal my throat chakra. So just welcome whatever inner child comes. Maybe it's more than one. For me, it's still my little 5-year-old that she shows up and she steps forward to welcome whichever, hi Jessica, welcome whichever inner child shows up for you today. You're asking that question, whichever inner child part of me is helping me to heal, balance, open my throat chakra to the next level. So see her or him with you, hey Donna, as you stand on this golden path. Trust whatever inner child showed up. And if in this moment you're blank or you're aware that something's unfolding but you don't see details, that's fine, that's perfect. You will get the details you need at the exact time. But know that your soul is with you and this inner child is with you, this inner child that specifically is helping you to balance, clear, and heal your throat chakra. And now in front of you on this golden path, I want you to visualize what I showed you before, right? This blue, yours will look different, right? Even more beautiful. This is just like a little candle here. But visualize this blue lotus flower that is in front of you on this golden path. And it's this blue, beautiful blue lotus flower made of light. It isn't static. You can feel how it is alive. There's all of this energy. Notice the petals, notice the size. As you look at this beautiful lotus flower, blue lotus flower that is representing your chakra temple, your throat chakra temple. And you're looking at it with your inner child. Maybe your inner child's sitting on your lap, maybe she's sitting next to you. My 5-year-old just keeps wanting to come on my lap, so there she is. And your soul is with you, and you're looking at this beautiful lotus flower. And as you're here in this sacred space of healing for your throat temple, I invite you, your adult self, to be in an open beginner's mind. You are creating this space for your inner child to speak. So even if your adult self, when I start to guide you through some questions, is like, oh, I know what this is. Just like allow your adult self to just watch and let your inner child respond. And if in this moment, again, you don't receive the specific responses, know that they will come. And remember, this is recorded, so you can do this again. But so let's all of us set the intention. We're setting the intention that we are in our beginner's mind. We are in an open mind. In fact, see yourself sitting on that infinity symbol already, right? In that center part of the infinity symbol. So if you haven't seen the cover for my second book that I'm working on, here it is. She's sitting on the infinity symbol. So let's go ahead already and visualize you're on the golden path. You're sitting on that infinity symbol. And when you sit there, it allows you, it helps us to be in that place of like, I don't know anything. And that's okay, because when I can be in a place of knowing nothing, I can be open to knowing everything. So we're allowing ourselves to be in that space and giving the floor to our inner child. So, blue lotus flower, you're beautiful. So, like I see my soul behind me, just kind of like she's radiating light. My little 5-year-old is sitting here on my right knee, looking on this golden path that represents your highest path of 2020. And then the question, and actually now my inner child is moving in front of me. She wants to be in front of the lotus flower looking at me as I ask her this question. Beautiful for me, 5-year-old, my inner 5-year-old. Is there anything you need to release? Is there any burden you're holding? Maybe it's just a little echo of one, or a little remnant of one that is in the way of me fully embracing this throat chakra temple. Is there any burden that you're holding that prevents me from fully speaking my truth with the clarity and love and power that I'm here to communicate it with. And just let your inner child, she knows. Maybe she hands you something. Maybe she just shares something. Or maybe you just see light coming to your heart and you don't know any details yet. But asking, what are you releasing in this moment? What burden is it time to let go of? So just receive whatever your inner child is telling you. And perhaps when you receive it and release it to the light, or release it to the earth, or your soul takes it. There's some form of releasing of this burden that's happening. Perhaps it's a memory. Like I'm actually seeing a slideshow of all these times as a child where I was told to be quiet, to be polite. Yeah, a lot of images of being told to be quiet. And you might feel sensation in your throat as your inner child shows you. Maybe she shows you like a slideshow, like for me, or she shares a specific memory. And again, remember, we're not belittling anything. We're not like, oh, that, we already got over it. No, we're just like, we're just being really loving and curious. And again, for me, there's this interesting message of like, she's showing me just times where I was told not to be too loud. It's interesting, not to be too loud. So whatever is coming for you, right? Whatever, it's like, remember, your soul is in charge of this. So it's like, and some of this is happening beyond your logical understanding. So whatever burdens those are that your inner child's saying, I'm still holding those. Letting those be released. And just welcoming Mother Mary, and Mary Magdalene. I'm wearing her pendant. Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene just stepping forward as they bring their beautiful resonance of love and clarity. And St. Joan of Arc, gosh, her sword of truth. So they are all here. It's so moving. All these ascended masters are here actually around your beautiful inner child as she releases whatever these burdens are that are keeping her, and hence you, from speaking your truth in the way that you're meant to. Even if you feel like you're already doing that, this is just a next level opening. If anybody had injuries ever to your throat, injuries or surgeries I'm hearing, or just like injuries or surgeries to your throat, mouth, teeth, jaw, just right now this beautiful healing happening. If any of that is left over, even if it didn't happen when you were a child, there's just like an added healing for our throat and every structure that's there. Also thyroid gland. So as this happens, see your inner child. And I see my little 5-year-old, she's just becoming more radiant. This is the evolution, right, of our child that holds fear into that phoenix child, which is paradoxical. It's hard, our logical mind can't understand, but that there is a part within us, our child part within us, that was never affected by anything that happened to us, no matter how traumatic. It is the phoenix child. But she is connected to these other child parts that hold the fear. So I see my little 5-year-old, she's kind of like opening into that phoenix child energy. And now, yes, Cindy, I'm feeling a lot in the thyroid. And now we ask our little it's my little 5-year-old, whatever age your child is, Phoenix child. Now we ask, remember, you're in beginner's mind. Beautiful, beautiful child, inner phoenix child, my fearless inner child. What is my message? What is my message to the world? What is my message to the world? What is my message to the world? And then asking, beautiful inner child, who am I here to lead? Or who am I here to teach? Who am I here to lead? Who am I here to teach? And then, beautiful inner child, is there anything I've been putting off sharing, either with a group or an individual, or even with yourself? Is there anything I've been putting off sharing that it's time to share now? And receive all of those answers in your heart, whether you know the details or not. Trust that they're there, they're coming. And now your inner child stands and she touches that blue lotus flower that is your throat. And as she touches that blue lotus flower, she's sending this beautiful Reiki healing energy. There's nothing as powerful as your phoenix child, your inner child, sending you Reiki. So she's sending Reiki to your throat center. So just receive that and know that your lotus flower is opening. You might feel some tension, some tightness. That is normal. But just see that as she touches your temple, whatever healing you're meant to receive is happening beyond your logical understanding. And before we close this part of our inner journey, just ask your inner child and your soul, is there anything else you want me to know? Is there anything else you want me to know? And bringing the palms of our hands together. We bow to each other and see beautiful Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Joan of Arc, all these other ascended masters bowing back to you, your little inner child. She bows to you as we bow to her, and our soul bowing to us as we bow to her. And we close this inner journey with a namaste. Namaste, everyone. So we're going to step right into our 9 minutes here. I'm going to drink some water because my throat is feeling all sorts of things. So when we sit in this 9-minute silence, stillness on the infinity point, that healing will continue. So perhaps your inner child will continue to talk to you. I know what's going to be happening is that we're going to be continuing to receive healing at our throat chakra, but just be open to whatever else unfolds. And no judgment, however the 9 minutes are. If they feel like, oh my gosh, this is taking forever, or if it feels like, wow, that was like the snap of a finger, it's perfect for, it's exactly what it needs to be for you today. So again, you're sitting on the infinity symbol. You're sitting right there on the infinity point, right? That place that exists outside of time, that place where instantaneous healing, where all divine knowing can be accessed. And we're gonna say our prayer, our novena invocation, which I sent out on my newsletter. You can sign up for my newsletter to receive that if you're not on there. And we're going to take our candle, and I have my Guadalupe candle. So we're going to light our candle. I have my candle. Light your candle. If you don't have a candle with you right now, that's okay. If you have yours that you've been burning, turn it on. Remember that this novena is specifically about liberating our fearless inner child, but that all the Priestess Novenas are what's woven into the intention is that you're clearing resistance to who you are, and that you are stepping into all of these doors of opportunities that are opening for you, right? And stepping into it from a place of abundance. So let's say our prayer together here. As this candle burns, my soul within me burns. As this wax melts, resistance in me melts. 9 days to clear lifetimes of fear. As I give, I receive. As I heal, I am healed. Doors open, I walk through. I am ready for the new. Abundance comes with ease and grace, for I have finally found my place. All right, so I'm going to put this right here next to my little 5-year-old picture. And I'm going to put the timer. And during those 9 minutes, I'll be beaming, just kind of channeling, beaming this beautiful Reiki energy to you, and of course being in my own infinity symbol journey. I will see you on the other side. All right. Let's begin. Start taking some nice cleansing breaths. Maybe some nice stretches. I'm gonna drink some water. I felt lots of energy in my throat. Gosh. And the back of my neck. Kind of felt like I was receiving cranial sacral. If you've ever, it was very interesting. And for me, there was so much just kind of continuation of that inner journey with my inner child and my throat chakra, just kind of a lot of memories, but wasn't like re-traumatizing. It was just kind of like watching a movie of like, oh yeah, like some of that is still here, releasing and clearing that. So thank you for doing that with me. And I'm going to pull just 3 cards for the group. And before anything, just want to remind you, tomorrow is day 7. We're almost there. Tomorrow will be all about the third eye temple. The third eye temple and our inner child. So tomorrow will be at 3. I think from now on, day 7, 8, and 9 will be able to be consistent time at 3. So I believe. So we'll be doing that. And remember to sign up, register for Wednesday's virtual career Reiki. It is free this month. I don't know that that'll ever happen again. I mean, I guess maybe, but usually it's $33. You will receive the recording if you can't attend live. And that is a time for you really, you could be seated, but so many of the participants, they just lie down on your bed or your yoga mat. And I lead some journeys, but I'm doing Reiki throughout the whole session. And the whole theme of this month is releasing the unnecessary. So it's going to be like a cleanse, like this deep, massive cleanse. And you do have to pre-register. So you can go to my Facebook page or my website and you'll see it there, Wednesday, September 30th. And it's the last day of September. Like, what a perfect day to do this as we step into the last 3 months of 2020. We need all of our stamina and love as we walk through these next few months, right? And we'll continue to do so. All right, so let's see. My inner child really wanted me to pull a fairy card, so I want to go ahead and do that. This will be all about kind of additional messages connecting to you speaking your truth, sharing your message with the world in the way that you're meant to. All right. Here we go. So perfect. Autumn. That's literally what this card says. Autumn. In the fall season, which we're there, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. All right, everyone. I keep saying autumn's my favorite season. So there are great blessings coming for everybody during this season. So be open to receiving. And I'm going to do an animal card. My new favorite animal deck. Yesterday we had hummingbirds. Oh my gosh, they were so beautiful. What did it say yesterday? Like, you're a joy bringer or something like that. I love the message. So what's the animal message for today? The animal medicine. One of my favorite birds too. Raven shaman. You are the creator and the magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Perfect. Look at this. There is power in your wisdom and words. And I'm reading what Jill's saying. Yay, that was so deep. Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Jill. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. What is keeper of the mysteries? It's like another name for wisdom keeper, right? So this is what it's saying. You are a magical person. And I love this line. There is wisdom in your words. So here we go. Beautiful raven medicine for all of you. And let's just do a final from the Earth Warriors Oracle. That was what's coming, just like we are all warriors of light, right? And our inner child, they are just so essential in this ascension journey. Ooh, I've never gotten this card. Oh, geez, 2 came up. Come on. Okay, We got Dadiri, hearing truth. So this is number 21. Look at this gorgeous, amazing image. Oh my gosh, I just love the artwork of this. This is by Alana Fairchild, and I'm just gonna read a little bit because it's literally like 5 pages or something, so I'm gonna carry. Okay, here's the card. It says, there is a deeper truth that shall bring peace to your heart, offering you guidance, comfort, and renewal. You are guided to turn within for your answers. Do not allow another to interrupt, influence, or distort your personal, trusting relationship with the divine. Allow Great Spirit to be your highest counsel always, and you shall never be led astray. You shall know the words to speak and the consciousness to hold to evoke healing and set things right. All right, everyone, that's the message. It's like going within to hear that truth that you are meant to share. And look at her, so gorgeous. All right, everyone, have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your weekend. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. If you can't attend live, you can watch the replay. I'm getting ready to go visit my 2 babies, my 2 youngest sons at the University of Illinois in Champaign. So I will be doing that. That'll be what I'll be spending time today doing. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Bye. And do your inner child altar. Bye.